What is good, y'all? So summer is coming to a close, and I just wanted to talk about the grind that this summer has been. Oh, that coffee is good. Yeah, this summer I've been working really hard, and I just want to share a little bit with y'all. Maybe it'll inspire you guys to follow your own grind, and I don't know. I just want to produce the same kind of content that inspired me when I needed it to get myself in a better situation. But yeah, this summer I picked up a second job. So 2 restaurant jobs where I'd work one in the morning and then one at night. The restaurant in the morning opens at 7 a.m. and my restaurant at night closes at 11 p.m. And there were days where I would be out of my house. Obviously there'd be like a little break in between. Sometimes only a 30-minute break where I just have enough time to drive, but sometimes like 2-hour break. But I'd be out of my house working 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Go home, eat dinner, sleep 6 hours, do it again. And it was really busy. But I had a goal and a purpose for that. And it all worked out. And I'll get to that a little bit later. But, yo, Surf Lounge Coffee in San Diego, ube flavor, amazing. But I decided to get a second job in the summer instead of, relaxing and enjoying it like most students do. I got 1 year left of school and I start on Monday. It's Thursday. And I decided to make this video because it's my last day of the summer working a double where I work both jobs in one day. On Saturday I have one last shift at my morning job, and then I'm done with that job. I'm only keeping my night job while I'm in school. But yeah, I got myself in some debt just going to festivals, traveling, car breaking down, just working just enough to pay bills and then needing to put extra necessities on my credit card. Like, I just slowly made these decisions that started to accumulate debt. And then I got really into investing, and I realized that the interest rates on my credit card were basically worse than any investment. So I realized I needed to pay off my debt, and that's what we're doing. So I told both jobs, schedule me as much as you can, and I had weeks where I worked 5 days at each job. Sometimes 8-hour shifts, sometimes 6-hour shifts, but we're talking 10 shifts in 1 week. I barely had any time for myself. It was pretty insane. I've never worked that hard before, but it felt good. That was my goal and I accomplished it. Summer was, maybe 2.5 months long, and my expenses are probably in total around $2,000, including rent, gas, food, bills, maybe even a little bit more, but I managed to pay off $8,000 of debt in 2.5 months. And I'm really proud of that. And I actually got really blessed because my financial aid was kind of cooked and I owed a bunch of money in tuition. But I was checking it 2 weeks ago, and it got updated for whatever reason and decided to pay my entire tuition. So I was saving up all this extra money to pay for my tuition. And then I realized that I didn't have to save up that extra money. So I paid off my debt and had saved up this little extra money. And I took a week off of work, and it was so nice. I needed that. So yeah, I'll do a little outro, tell you guys how I'm feeling at the end of the day, how tired I am, I guess. It's 8 in the morning right now, going to my morning job, and I'll keep you posted on my night job and things like that, and in the rest of this video. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a little update, what's going on. All right, just finished the first shift of the day. It was a 6-hour shift. So we tip pool, probably made around 100, maybe 150 in tips. And then about like 100 hourly. So 200 to 250 for the first shift of the day, 6-hour shift. It's 3 o'clock. And I'm about to go home and get ready for my next shift, which starts at 4:30. And I'm trying to save money, so I'm probably gonna just go eat some rice at my second job. And I got some leftover mac and cheese from the first job, so not the most nutritional, but a little something to get me through, and then I'll have a little better dinner. But yeah, it wasn't too bad today. Kind of slow. Said bye to some coworkers that I'm not gonna be seeing anymore. I got one more shift at this morning job until school starts. And then some of them aren't going to be there that day. So it's weird. The doubles are coming to an end. I was grinding literally all summer, and I'm excited that it's going to be ending. Honestly, I'm not as tired as I normally would be, because I'm like excited that this is literally my last double of summer, and then I only have one more shift. And I get to enjoy just a couple days of freedom until school starts. But yeah, I'll update you as I head into my next job. All right, 4 o'clock, 1 hour of chilling later. And now I am headed to the second job. One thing I wanted to say, working these doubles is not for the weak. I probably average about 20K steps on a day like this. I was looking at my metrics, and there'll be days, like 5 days in a row, where my like least amount of steps is like 18K. And it's super gnarly. Like, I am pretty durable and physically fit and active, but even now, like, my feet hurt after some of these days. And when I'm doing multiple days like this in a row, like, my feet get super sore and like almost feel like just like bruised, like I'm walking on bruised feet. So yeah, I'm excited. This is the last day. Going into PF Chang's in Fashion Valley Mall, and we'll see. Thursdays have been crazy. And I usually make more money at this job. I keep all my tips, and we do a lot of volume, a lot of work. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And yeah, tag along for the ride. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm excited. It's the last one. I'm not even dreading it or anything. And that's another thing. When you're working really long hours, you can't really like dread it, you know? You just kind of like become a robot, and you just work through it. Like, I don't think about, oh man, I want to be off. I want to be enjoying my time. I don't think about that. I don't think about anything. I just get it done. Just get the job done, do what you got to do, and move on with your day. Like, sometimes moving on with my day just means sleeping 6 hours. Like, it doesn't matter. You just have to do it and get it done. And it's crazy because that was my goal for this summer, to get a second job, pay off my debt, and go into my final semester up, you know, in a much better place financially. And I started applying to jobs literally two days into summer, like 2-3 days into summer. And I got hired like 2 days after I went and put out applications. Like, a lot of people struggle to find jobs. I literally just walked into every single restaurant that served mornings, and I talked face to face with the manager, and the one I wanted got back to me, and I'm super blessed for that. Super thankful it worked out. But yeah, I was like, I didn't even have a summer. Like, summer started, I applied 2 days later, got a job 2 days after that, got scheduled like immediately, and I've just been working all summer, and I'm just super grateful I was able to accomplish that goal, that task. Am I burnt out a little bit? I'm a little exhausted, and it's like kind of gnarly to think that I'm going back to school in a few days, and I probably didn't relax as much as I would have liked, but I accomplished my goal, and that's what counts. So sometimes you just gotta put your head down and get her done, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, see you at the next job. All right, that is a wrap, folks. Last double of the summer. Oh my God, it feels so good. My legs hurt. It's 10:15 p.m., so very close to a 6-hour shift there. My night job, I worked just under 6 hours. My hourly rate there is probably around 100, maybe a little over 100. For tips, I did about $220 in tips, but I have to tip out a little bit, so maybe like 190-ish, plus my hourly, about $300 for the day there, and then $200 my morning job, so about $500 for the day. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm super excited to be done with working these doubles. Just goes to show, if you set your mind to something and you decide like, hey, I'm gonna get a second job and pay off my debt in one summer, you can do it. Anyone can do it. And I'm excited to be focused on a different kind of grind, school, bettering my future, doing things like that. Still gonna be difficult, and I'm still gonna have a job while I'm in school. Like, I'm not just living at my parents' house, no bills. Like, I'm still gonna be working a lot, enough to pay my bills, and then also full-time senior at college. So yeah, I'm excited to get it done, but it feels good to be done with the doubles. The work grind is over. I busted my ass this summer, so tired. I started work at 8:30 this morning, left my house around 8, and we'll probably get home around 11. So, super long day. That's the grind I've been on. I've been trying to post motivational kind of like workout kind of content, and I've honestly just been too busy this summer to post any of it. So hopefully I can get back into that, post some more, give y'all updates, maybe a little boost of inspiration, motivation for your own life. And yeah, appreciate you guys tagging along. It's been one hell of a grind. I just want to say real quick before I go, thank you guys if you made it this far and you're actually watching and listening. In life, a lot of times you see someone you know, something they could be doing to better their life or their situation, but you can't do it for them. They need to do it themselves. And that applies to your own life. No one can work to make your life better. You need to have the discipline and drive to work on your own life to make your own situation better. And on this journey, I realized that you got to learn to say no a lot. I have a lot of friends that I wish I could be doing more things with and spending more time with, and I sacrificed so many hangout sessions, dinners, things that I wanted to do because I knew I had goals to reach and milestones I was aiming for. And it comes to a point where you need to realize like nothing's really going to get in the way of that, and you do it for yourself. Even though, you know, I feel bad with some friends that I wish I could be spending more time with them, but hopefully they understand that I have a goal I need to achieve. And you become an expert at saying no. You got to learn how to say no. And sometimes you just got to put your head down and get it in. Like I was saying, all right, peace, y'all. Later.